What's up everyone, welcome back to Scales to Nails. Today we are focusing on house snake versus corn snake. Let's get into it. What's up guys? So today we house snakes versus corn snakes. This is my big male. His name is Pixel. He's unfortunately deep in shed right now, so we can't have him out for a very long time. But as you guys can see, handleability is so cool. He's just doing his own thing. He's not really running up anyone's arm or nothing. They're like ball pythons with a bit more spice. They're really cool. Also African species. But they are quite a niche animal in the market out there. In the US, certain people breed them. UK, quite a few people breed them. South Africa, if you live in like Joburg or any other province really, I'm not too sure, but I know in KZN we're allowed to keep them off permit. But other places you need permits for them in South Africa, unfortunately. But they're quite a cool species. There's some big breeders out there that do breed with these. There's tons of morphs out there. I think I counted 15 to 17. There's no exact number. But we've got like the butters, the scaleless, all that type of stuff. And the scaleless isn't available out in the market. I don't know where it is, but it is out there. Got pieds, you got hypos, T negative albinos, T positive albinos. As you can see, check out that gorgeous belly though. So when it comes to house snakes, there's two main species, your Lamphosaurus and your Boedon. Probably not saying it right, don't hate me for that, research it instead. But you've got 17 localities, you've got 15 morphs to work with. So if you ask me, there's a good amount that a person can work with when it comes to these guys. I mean, just look at that bulky head. Isn't that so cool? But house snakes are sexually dimorphic. Males tend to stay a bit smaller than females. There are some males out there that I've seen that are like massive, you know. And males are about 2 to 3 feet at full length, which is roughly 60 to 91 centimeters. And then your females are 3 to 4 feet, which is about 90 to 120 centimeters in length once they're full grown. So they reach that age after about 3 to 4 years, depending on how your snake grows. Of course, not all snakes are the same, and right now it looks like he's slimy. He really isn't, for those people that don't know. If this may be your first snake, what video you're watching. But house snakes are awesome. Okay. So when it comes to keeping house snakes, this is a basic setup. As a breeder, it's not profitable or affordable even if you have these lavish enclosures and all that type of stuff. So tubs are the way we go, you know, cheap, effective, got holes on the side, keeps the humidity. The humidity for house snakes and corn snakes is 40 to 50%, both, so it's really easy. Hotspot on this side, we're looking for house snakes at about 32 degrees Celsius or 89 degrees Fahrenheit. And then on the cool end here where the water bowl is, we're keeping it at about 21 degrees Celsius to about 23 degrees Celsius. For everyone overseas, that's about 69 degrees Fahrenheit to 73 degrees Fahrenheit. As you can see, cool hide on the cool end, water bowl, hide on the warm end. Simple as that. Could you believe that big snake was underneath this? If you're wondering what the black pigment is, that's just ink from the newspaper. I keep them on newspaper because it's easier to clean, because every time I clean them I have to do a deep clean then. And with stuff like sawdust and cocoa coir and all those other substrates, you can have impaction problems sometimes, depending. You can do it without, but I just prefer to go the safe route with newspaper. My corn snake, I like to chop and change her between newspaper and sawdust. I haven't found what she's most comfortable with yet. But that's it for house snakes. They're pretty simple. They easy snake, good species. I mean, he is so docile. He's a bit twitchy now and again, but as I said, it's just because he's in shed. When he's not in shed, he's puppy dog tame. I'll hand him to like a 3-year-old and not have to worry where my corn snake might bite the 3-year-old. But they're a niche market animal if you can get your hands on one. House snakes are amazing. Okay, as you can see, he made a little poop there. This is my little corn snake boy. You can see he looks like he wants to bite, but he doesn't. Well, he bit me the first day I got him, but that was it. I mean, he is a ghost motley. He comes from Ultimate Exotics. They're quite affordable. Gorgeous morph. There's over like 800 morphs of corn snakes. The humidity that I keep them at is about 40 to 50%. You can use a hygrometer for that. Thermostat and thermometers keep your tubs at a good hotspot and stuff like that, you know. And hot end or warm end for him, I keep it about 31 to 35 degrees Celsius, which is 80 to 92 degrees Fahrenheit. Cool end, 26 degrees to 29 degrees Celsius, and that's 80 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit. They enclosures for them compared to the house snake, they need quite a big enclosure. I'd say about 120 centimeters by 60 by 60 as an adult, but then we're talking also of a big adult, and that is about roughly 47 inches by 23 inches in height and in depth. Whereas your house snakes, minimum cage size for a large female, I'd probably say is about 24 inches by 18 inches. That's 18 inches high and 18 inches deep, which is about 60 centimeters in length and 45 centimeters in depth and in height. So when it comes to tub size, at the moment, this is good to house him. My female corn snake, my big male house snake, and my female house snake all need upgrades, which they'll be getting soon. I'm hoping to put them in about 1 meter by half a meter tubs, so it should be more than enough space for them. And yeah, like I said, corn snakes are a lot more available. You can go into the middle of the Amazon to a pet shop and be like, dude, I want to buy a corn snake. You'll probably have a corn snake available. Feeding, they eat once a week. I feed him once a week and I feed my female once a week as well. But as they get older, it's good to do once a week and maybe once every 2 weeks if you see they're getting a bit too chunky, or even keep them at once a week with smaller prey items. At the moment he's still eating like day-old pinkies, but he is growing quite fast. And yeah, I hope to breed them soon. We'll be making videos of that. We have house snake eggs on the way, so there will be a video about that. But yeah, that's all I can say to compare house snakes versus corn snakes. Personally, the first snakes I ever got were house snakes. We grew up with them. The KZN locality, grew up with them, catching them wild, releasing them, relocating them. These are the first ones I ever caught. Kept. And then I bred them, and I'll show you one of their babies now. Come on, buddy. So here is one of the baby house snakes we produced. His name is Cheech. Little bit of foliage. I use toilet paper rolls as hides because they're so small, you know, and it doesn't make sense to give them this massive hide. And this can move around, and it's enrichment. They can rub on it if they want to shed because it's quite rough inside. They like to hide in between the paper. As always, there he is. So when it comes to house snakes, of course, they're quite difficult to pick up. I don't know why, but most snakes are, especially when they're babies. But they're so docile. I mean, compared to the corn snake, the ecto was moving everywhere. This is Cheech. If you put Cheech down, he's gonna sit there. They're so cool. They're docile. Their handleability is amazing, and it only gets better as they age. Of course, not when they're in the shed though. But no snake would like to be picked up when they're in the shed. Here's Chong. You might know the movie Up in Smoke. Cheech and Chong. So she is so cool. Handled her straight out of the egg. I mean, they're about 3 months old now. It was quite funny actually. Well, obviously she's a female, and he's a male, so got good odds. Can eventually breed them both back to their parents. Note: when they're in a toilet paper roll, they're difficult to get out. So just let them chill. But as you guys can see, they're not head sharp compared to most corn snakes. They just wrap up and chill basically. Yeah, she's grabbing my finger. So they act like an arboreal species, which is quite cool. I mean, I would recommend giving some foliage for them to wrap up on. There we go. Maybe some driftwood, clean driftwood of course. And because, as you can see, they're like an arboreal snake. So I think I covered most of the important aspects. Don't let this video be the only video you do on them, because some people prefer corn snakes, other people prefer house snakes. I'm more 50-50 guy, but I don't know if that'll change as time goes on. But yeah, really cool species. But that's it for Scales to Nails, and we'll see you next time.